Well, I'm here at one of my contracts for the third week in a row to cut the lawn, and this is what the lawn looks like right now. This is what the city trees look like out front of this contract. You can see the center one has been defoliated so far this year, and here's how the lawns look at the front of this contract. Again, these people don't water. Even the lawn next to the river seems to be pretty burnt. More boulevard from my old neighborhood, and again, it's like all the other Ottawa lawns, pretty burnt. This is out back of the airport. Again, you can see how all the airport lawns are pretty dry. I can't really see them, I'm not looking at the right camera angle, but that's what we're looking at, pretty dry. Heading southwest now along the River, and you'll notice as we get going that it gets greener and greener. Some of the rain we've had lately has been going south of town. Well, we're soon coming up to what I like to call Money Pit Bridge, and this is all new development along here. Always glad to see they're putting in this water system, which was gorgeous before they got here, and they've kept it. Now, just coming up here in this next couple of lights, down the road on the right-hand side is what I call Money Pit Bridge. They've been building this bridge for over 2 years now, and when we get there, you'll see exactly, I'm going to try and tune us in a little bit better to the bridge. We're coming up to it. You can see the crane in behind, and there's a little bit of the bridge. Hopefully we can get some of this. Anyways, it's looked like that for the last 2 years. They've built the previous development, and this development here is about to be done. And they're still working on the bridge. Here we are coming up to one of my favorite wholesalers, and they are called Stone and Garden, and this is what they do. Stones. Coming into the back of Manotick, and you can see some of the horrid bare-ass houses they put up around here. We'll see more of them as we come along the river on the other side of Manotick. Okay, now I'm pulling out of Manotick, and on the right-hand side here is the riverside, and here's what some of these riverside homes now look like. And they've got them looking pretty big, some of them. Just coming down the hill here, we'll see perhaps a few more of the larger ones. If I can get this camera pointed in the right direction. amazing how quickly these homes become part of the landscape. They put in so many trees, but all these homes are relatively new homes along the way. Well, I'm in Cardinal, and this is what Karsten's lawn looks like. Again, it's burnt. My house is that I used to live in here in Cars is they got yellow siding. It's just through the woods of this picture. You can see how in the shade here some of the grass has stayed green and maybe grown a little bit, but as soon as we get out into the sunshine, pretty much everything is cooked. So this is what some of the lawns look like here in Cardinal. You can see they're fairly yellowed out. Cardinal is now in the city of Ottawa, and we're kind of at the southwest corner of Ottawa, and this is what the new development here in Cardinal looks like. Crossing the river here in Cardinal. It's around the 1st of August, and this is what the corn is looking like. You can see as I close in here, I don't know when you're going to see it, but you can see how many of the corn leaves are all curled up, and they're not open and looking for sun, but they're all curled and closed up and look like little spikes instead of open leaf corn. I don't know what that means for the final product of the corn. Well, finally I'm on the last 30-minute stretch to home, and as usual, a little bit south of town, it says it's going to rain today, and there's a few clouds there, and a hint it might rain, but we'll have to see. It still looks pretty dry here, but another 30 minutes south of town and you'll see it's a lot greener than it is this part of town. I'm finally out of Ottawa. Well, I'm about 20 minutes from home now, and that's the first few raindrops starting to land on the windshield, and that's kind of typical to be raining down south here towards St. Lawrence and not in Ottawa. Well, I'm about 10 minutes from home now. Here's a field of soybeans. Nary anything else growing in it, better than any lawn. And of course it's GM Roundup Ready soybeans. On the other side of the road we have a fair amount of corn growing. And you'll notice about this far from town that things are looking a little greener, like there's been a little more moisture. The rain on the windshield disappeared, and that's about the way rain has been going. Pretty struggly. Well, getting much closer to home now. Just coming up to the 401 here, and again you can see how the lawns are a fair amount greener than they have been in Ottawa. Okay, now we're getting really close to home. Just coming up to the railroad tracks, which are one of the last main Toronto-Montreal routes that we cross. And we come into the little town of Cardinal. Okay, so here we are in Cardinal. Now, just up the road here, another few houses. Behind that square yellow and black sign is my place. Okay, so we're just coming up to my driveway, and this is what it looks like coming in